Hello there, H+III+T to boot that dang on time. This is actually my second take, which is a rarity. I normally just kind of film it and just put it out. Pause, but I started to ramble because this topic is so extreme that I actually need to go in this a second time. Shout out to the Long Suck Gang! But that's neither here nor there. You see the title of the video, and I think a lot of you knew this video was on its way eventually, but I like to think of myself as fair and realistic. I will talk trash about you until the day you die, but I'm never going to say anything that's not all the way a thowie. When I say Drake is an R&B singer, technically I'm right. But at the same time, continuing to ignore his success is just, it's not even ignorant, it's just foolish. And you guys are wondering where I'm getting at. Let me go ahead and go there. And I say this to my Severheads because we're all Wayne fans, and it's time to admit something. And I didn't want to call that the title of the video because it would contradict another video I made about a year ago. Drake has passed Wayne. Drake passed Wayne a long time ago. Now, I do not mean like his skill, because that's subjective. I think Wayne's the best rapper alive, and nobody can ever touch him. I think Wayne on his worst day is better than everyone else, but that's neither here nor there. But just as far as the success and the numbers Drake does, and I mean just in general the impact on hip hop, we're lying if we say Drake hasn't passed Wayne. I know Wayne gave us Drake, but it's like saying Kanye hasn't passed Jay-Z yet. You know what I mean? You know, we can still have respect for Wayne, but look, if we're gonna ignore the stuff Drake is doing now, that's just lying, y'all. I mean, the man is pushing back more life because Views is still dominating the charts a year later. How's he gonna put out another freaking album when Control is still on the radio? It's time. It's about that dang on time. As Wayne fans, we need to accept it. Now, you could throw the blame on, well, Wayne's not putting out music. He'd still be done. Well, yeah, he'd still be on the charts, but Drake is Drake. Come on now. And I'm going to go back and say he passed Wayne in the Nothing Was the Same era. With Wayne, he gave us I'm Not a Human Being 2, which, as you guys know from my last video, is one of my favorite Wayne albums. Y'all gonna tell me commercially, that was bigger than Nothing Was the Same? Let's compare singles. No Worries. I mean, again, great song. Love Me. Again, great song. But started from the bottom, Just Hold On, We're Going Home? You feel me? Now, again, I'm not saying Drake is better than Wayne. Again, that is a subjective thing. That's an opinion. But if we're talking about surpassing, Drake is Drake. I mean, we all know who Drake is. We all, whether you like him or not, you can't deny it. Let's get on the subjective tip. Does Drake have a bad project? Not album, project. Room for Improvement's dope. Comeback Season's dope. So Far Gone's good. Thank Me Later's good. Take Care is perfect. We all agree on that. Take Care is perfect. Nothing Was the Same is Flames. Dang on Views is on point like a pencil. If You're Reading This Is Too Late has some good songs on it too. I mean, lately Drake has been mad. I'll be the first one to say that, but he doesn't have a bad project. We can sit here for hours and talk about how Wayne's using too much auto-tune, Wayne's doing blah, blah. And again, that's on the subjective tip, right? Let's talk album sales. Again, with streaming, you know, it's kind of not fair to Wayne. If streaming counted back in the day, maybe Carter 3 would have went 1 billion times platinum. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But let's compare I'm Not a Human Being 2 to Nothing Was the Same. Didn't he sell like 700,000 in a week? Like, guys, it's time to admit it. And Drake's not getting any worse. As much as I will bash the man for singing more than he raps. I mean, just look at It's time to admit it. I'm not going to ramble, but as arguably the most popular Wayne fan on the internet, I'll say it for you. Drake passed Wayne a long time ago. Not in skill, because Wayne's still the best rapper alive, but in general, you are lying to yourself if in 2017 you're going to sit here and say Wayne is still more popular than Drake. Not who's a household name worldwide, but in the scheme of music in 2017, arguably since nothing was the same, Drake is that guy. And he's been doing it longer than Wayne did. He's doing it longer than Jay did. Drake is showing no signs of stopping, and it's time to stop lying to yourself and admit it. I was wrong. Like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T, so you know the Triple OG put in as much work as me. Do me a favor, point him out. Feel free to unsubscribe. Feel free to say I'm not a Wayne fan, but it's time to be realistic. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say Derrick Rose is the best point guard in the league just because he plays for the Knicks. I would be lying.